The Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said on the Monday that Tehran would only consider cooperation with the United States if it changed its policy in the region, including supporting Israel. Also, if they completely abandon support for the Zionist regime, withdraw their military bases from here, that is the region Tehran, and also refrain from interfering in this region, then only cooperation can be considered, said Khamenei. The arrogant nature of the United States accepts nothing other than submission. Also, the remarks came during a gathering with the students in the Tehran marking the anniversary of the 1979 takeover of the US Embassy following the Islamic Revolution, which toppled the Western-backed Shah. Also, in the mid-June, the Israel launched an unprecedented bombing campaign against Iran, triggering a war which saw the United States join briefly with the strikes on the Iranian nuclear sites. The 12-day war with Israel, which prompted an Iranian response with the missiles and drone strikes, derailed nuclear talks between Tehran and Washington, which had begun in April. A ceasefire between Iran and Israel has been in place since the June 24th. Also, if the country becomes strong and the enemy realizes that confronting this torn nation will not yield profit but will bring loss, the country will certainly gain immunity, Khamenei said. Iran has been reeling under years of international sanctions, especially after the United States in 2018 withdrew from the nuclear accord and reimposed sanctions. In September, the United Nations reinstated sanctions under the so-called snapback mechanism after Britain, France, and Germany triggered the process. On Sunday, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi also said in an interview with Al Jazeera that Tehran remained ready to enter negotiations with Washington, but only on its nuclear program, ruling out any talks on its missile capabilities. He also added that talks could resume whenever the Americans are ready to negotiate on an equal footing and based on mutual interest. Apparently, they are not in a hurry. We are not in a hurry either. The huge crowd took to the streets in all the 50 United States at the No King protest on the Saturday. It was venting anger over the Donald Trump's hardline policies, while the Republican ridiculed them as Hate America rallies. The Iran Supreme Leader Ayatollah Khamenei has mocked the US President Donald Trump amid the growing No King protest against his administration policies on the immigration, education, and security that the organizers say are pushing the country towards autocracy. In a statement on X, Khamenei also raised doubts over the US leader's capabilities, saying that if he was capable, then Donald Trump should have curbed the resistance brewing against him in America. According to the reports, 7 million people are chanting slogans against this individual in different states across America. If you're that capable, calm them down. Send them back to their residences and don't interfere in the affairs of other countries, the Iranian leader Khamenei wrote on X. He also shared the snapshot from the No King protest across different US states. The jab came a day after Iran's hardline leader rejected an offer of renewed talks from the United States and denied Donald Trump's assertion that the Islamic Republic's nuclear facilities were destroyed in an airstrike in June this year. Khamenei also questioned what authority Washington has to dictate which country can possess a nuclear industry. What position do you hold in the world? How is it at any of America's business whether Iran has nuclear capabilities and a nuclear industry or not, he asked further. No King protest against Donald Trump. Huge crowd took to the streets in all the 50 US states at the No King protest on the Saturday, venting anger over Donald Trump's hardline policies, while the Republicans ridiculed them as Hate America rallies. Organizers said that 7 million people marched in protest spanning New York to Los Angeles, with the demonstrations popping up in small cities across the US heartland and even near the Donald Trump's home in the Florida.